Let a young girl see a reality show. On any reality show that you see, there's guaranteed to be one thing. That one thing is as follows. There's a woman, middle age, and her main source of income is a man, or her secondary source. Normally, her first source of income is a man, and her second source of income these days is some online boutique or t-shirts or wristbands or diet pills or nail polish, lipstick, you know. And if you ask any of these women if they were really honest with you, they'd tell you they're not making any money from that lipstick, and they're not making any money from that lip gloss, they're not making any money from those wristbands, and they're probably not making a lot of money from those t-shirts. But they're making a lot of money from that man. How did a man become the main source of income for women? How did women, you know, and I don't even have to talk about, because I've been here before, we don't even have to talk about the women who sleep with entertainers or the women who sleep with ball players. You know, over here we call it fucking for finance. But we don't even really have to talk about that. How many women do you know are sleeping with a man and that is the main source of income? And when he decides, I don't want to give you my money anymore, nowadays people are going to be Vistivianio in people. I'll tell you what happens. When women start spending large sums of money, you know, it's really difficult to start shopping at Old Navy when you've been shopping at Barney's. And it's really difficult to go over on, you know, Culver City Drive when you've been shopping on Rodeo Drive. So it's like, what happens when these women get accustomed to spending large sums of money? Like, what really happens? Because I know a number of women who are kept women, and they use this one man for his money, and then they use this one man over here for you know what. Now, how many men do that as well? Because there are a number of kept men around these days, and if you don't believe me, ask Sherry Shepherd. Because Sherry Shepherd is on her second kept man, and she's divorcing him, and he's trying to get her for the unborn fetus. When did people stop wanting to go out and make a living and instead seek out someone who's already successful and make a living off of that person? That's the real question. And I'm waiting for somebody to answer that question for me. Nowadays, the average woman sees her body as a tool. You know, we're not working out for the sake of health and fitness. We're not working out for the sake of living longer. We're working out so we can have an hourglass figure. Why? Because that's the only way the man is going to pay for you to be his side chick. That's the only way the man is going to pay for you to be on his arm. So now we're not worried about eating the right foods just for eating the right food's sake. We're worried about using our body as a tool in order to manipulate men. And it's everywhere. That's why you have women that are getting these shots in their buttocks. That's why you have women who are getting bigger breasts or getting the fat sucked out of their stomach. This is the reason why. Because the preconceived notion is that you have to have a body like this in order to attract a man like this. So a woman figures, if I've done all of this to keep my body up, that is my job. And once that becomes her thought process, she's not looking to go make money here or to be an entrepreneur or to even fulfill her God-given purpose. She's looking for the man who will pay to play. And it's happening so often and in so many places and in so many different scenarios that sex slavery is everywhere. Because once a woman gets addicted to making money, once a woman is in the strip club and she's stripping and she's addicted to bringing home $1,000 a night, how are you going to expect her to go to Walmart and make a good, honest living? I wouldn't. And if you were honest, you probably wouldn't either. And the people that are at Walmart making an honest living might not have the hourglass figure to go be a stripper, but if they did, I bet you they wouldn't be at Walmart. And I'm not knocking Walmart employees. I know a couple. Just say, don't think they'd be there if they were able to go and shake their tail feather at some gentleman's club. Just saying. So who's really to blame for this? Because, you know, the way that I see it, I was watching Sesame Street the other day. And I'm not like most parents. I pre-record the Sesame Street on DVR and then I watch it before I actually allow my kids to watch it. And Bert and Ernie were sitting there reading a book, and Bert says, "Oh, this is a great book, 50 Shades of Something." Okay, so my kids will never watch that. And that's the reason why my kids only have videos from like Sesame Street from 1978 to like 1986. Because all of these hidden innuendos that are for adults shouldn't be in a kid's public broadcast, whatever. But that's the reason. That's the reason. You're not going to catch my daughter walking around talking about 50 Shades of Gray when Sesame Street is talking about 50 Shades of Gray. No, why don't you talk about cobalt blue, sky blue, coral blue? We're not doing shades of gray around here. Really, I think it's about what you're allowing your kids to watch, what you're allowing, you know, your kids to listen to, what you're allowing your kids to read. Are your kids reading? There are so many young adults that don't read, you know, and I say, "Oh, have you read something?" I don't read. No, but they're watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. They watching Hollywood Exes. They're watching the Bad Girls Club. And the more that they watch these shows, the more ratchet they become. Why? Because back in the day when I was a kid, we had shows like Reading Rainbow. So we didn't have the ratchetness. Like there was One Life to Live and General Hospital and The Bold and the Beautiful and All Days of Our Lives. You know, but that came on during a time that a child was supposed to be asleep, taking a nap. And that was the time that the parent was able to rest from being a parent and sit and deal with the fuckery, right? Nowadays, that's not how it happens, okay? Teenagers are sitting at home with their parents on a Monday night or a Thursday night or a Wednesday night, and they're watching it together. Times have changed, but thank God I haven't.